Hello everyone, in this video we are going to create a LabVIEW user interface for our data logger system. So go to create project. From here select the blank project. So this window will appear, and from here go to file and new VI. And you already know how to work with these two windows. So before doing anything, at first save this project. So our project file or UI file is ready. And at first we are going to design our user interface on the front panel. So we will take a thermometer. So go to numeric value and select this thermometer, and I am changing its name. And if you want, you can increase the size. So the temperature, the maximum value you can give 50. It will rearrange the things automatically. And the next part is to take a gauge. So go to numeric again. You can take any of this, meter or gauge. I am taking the meter. I am changing its name to humidity. So the next part is that I will create a web chart to see the data. So go to graph and select this waveform chart. So I am creating two wave chart. You can also change the name. So this is for temperature and this is for humidity. So the last part is we will create a table here. So click right button, go to list table entry, from there select table. You can rearrange the size. So we need date, time, humidity, temperature and the ID. If you have only one member in your team, so only you can put only one ID. And if you have 2 or 3 members in your group, so put 2 or 3 IDs, it depending on your team size. So the first one is for first ID, the second one is for second group member, and the third one is for third group member. So to give a heading, so please tick mark this column header. And in this column header we will name it date, time, temp, humidity. Then you can put ID 1, id 2. So we can rearrange this thing. I think this is fine. Let's move to the block diagram window. Before that, please save your project again. So you can see there are already some components over here. So we will rearrange it. So this is the two web charts. This is humidity and temperature, and this is table. So at first we will create the COM port part or serial port part. For that we will go to the instrument IO visa. Let's pin it here. We need several items from here. So at first bring the clear one. So we will clear the buffer before starting anything. Then we will open it. So and you can go to advanced, open. Okay, now the next part is read. So you have to go back, select read. So actually we are going to read two strings, so we need here two read commands. Now we will flash the visa, so you can go to here. So we need flash buffer. And at the end we need to clear it. So at the end we need to close it. So let's go back, select close and place it here. So right now we will delete this one. So if there is any error, so we have to handle that error. So we need a error command. So go to dialog and user interface, and then select simple error handling and place it here like this. So this part is done. And our next part is we will create a while loop. So go to structures and select while loop. Make a big while loop here. Okay. And connect this to the while loop, and from here to here and here to here. Okay, connect like this. This is the final connection, and our connection is done. So byte count will go to this one. So same, it will go to this one. Our next task is to create a constant over here. So click right button and it will create a control over here. So this is our visa resource. By using this one, we'll select the comport. Okay, so our next part is to create a time delay function. So go to timing over here and select wait. And from here you can create a constant, and we will take the data every 500 millisecond. So that part is done. Our next task is to will create a fraction or string to the number things. So to do that, you have to go to click right button, string, fraction, yes, or string to number. So select this one. As we have two data, we need two this type of thing. So now we will work with the table control. So from here we can create a local variable. So this variable will be used for this table. So from here it will give the table data, and it will show the value on the front panel. Now we will create a insert into array. So go to array, insert into array, and put it over here. So we need to change or shift after one while loop will complete, right? For that we need a shift register. So click right button on the while loop and add a shift register over here. And how it will perform to work on that? So we will create a string constant, and we will create a array constant. See, here is array constant. You have to put the string constant into the array constant and make it 2. Okay, this part is done. You can connect this thing to this one. I'm shifting a little bit. Now the array will update or go to next line after each rotation. And the output of array will go to here, and also complete the shift resisting part. Okay, so this part is done. And now from here we will connect the data. So this is the first data. So our first data is the temperature data. So from here it will go to this one, string, and from here this will go to this string. So we will first print the temperature value. So place the temperature and give the data to this thing. Also connect this one to this, and same goes to humidity. Okay, so this part is done. Now we will create a build array function. So go to array and select the build array, and place it here. You can expand it like this to increase the array size. So from the which data the array will build. So for the first data we will put the time. So to get the time you have to go to here, the timing, and take this one, get date or time in seconds, and place it here. Now we have to convert this date and time into string, because all our input data will be string, and in the array we will put all the string together. So to make that, click right button, go to timing, and take get date time string. Place it over here. Now we have to connect it, the middle pin, with the time stamp. So our time stamp is done. You can see this is the date string, so our first element will be the date, then the time, now we'll put the temperature value, and lastly we will put the humidity value. And what is this for? This is actually for your ID. If you have one group member, then you will put one ID. If you have two group member, you can increase it and put 2 ID here. So I will show you how to put the ID. So click on this array, options, create a constant, and here you will give your ID. I will give a random number, so 1478523 just random number. Now we have to combine this array and we will send it to the new element of the array table. So this is mainly our full code. Now if you go to the front panel, you can select this resource name over here, go to this one, make sure you saved it. Now here everything is connected. Now here we need to create a constant and it should be in false mode to run it properly. So let's play it. We are not getting any error, so I hope the system will work properly. So we also getting the timestamp and the ID. So pause it. Now our next part is to create the virtual COM port and connect this lab view to the Proteus. Okay, thank you.